Hi, everybody. Welcome to Eating Peace this week. So, one very, very interesting element that I wanted to speak to today is something that also scares people a lot when it comes to ending some sort of behavior like overeating, binge eating, being funky with food, whatever way that is, feeling stressed around eating, and other addictions as well, patterns that you do on a day to day basis, maybe sometimes for years. There is one element that really strikes fear in the heart of many people, and that is that in the end, no matter how much help you get, no matter how much support and study and encouragement, you have to do this by yourself. The thing is to allow yourself to see what it is that frightens you about that if you are scared. I have to do this by myself. No one can follow you around and hold your hand all day, every day. That sort of seems like a harsh thing to say because I often have a message of being so incredibly compassionate and loving with yourself. Like, how could you be the greatest lover of yourself possible and allow yourself to feel pleasure and joy or relaxation in any moment, and that's your path to healing. And this is kind of a little more of a will have a harsher sound, and yet it's very true. The thing is, if you have a sense of standing all alone, that being on your own 2 feet is too difficult, that you've made too many mistakes, or there's something missing or something wrong with you, that is an unbelievable thing to question. Because everyone's made also with the capacity to eat and feel how much food it takes before you get full, and then to work with your own anxiety and emotions and the level of your feelings, and then move on. Move on outside of the realm of actually eating, consuming, and taking something into your body in the form of food. It may be something else that you want to take in. In fact, it almost always is. If your body is full, if your stomach's had enough, and you feel like you want to keep eating, there's something going on in your mind and in your feelings. Those are out of balance. They crave more of something. The most simple way you can say love, kindness, relaxation, just reducing stress and anxiety. But so don't be so afraid to feel the truth in a way, or feel the power of you holding your own hand. You're the only one that walks around with yourself all day long. You're the only one that encounters food, walks into restaurants, sits down at the table with other people or all by yourself. So in the end, only you can actually stop the behavior. And you could just choose it no matter what, as you understand and dance and feel and find places of support for yourself so that you don't feel panicked and like you just get overwhelmed and like a swarm of bees into your emotions that you have to go grab for food. You can slow it down and choose to be rooted in the earth and say, I am not going to tip over on this, no matter what, at a certain point. Now, that is very different from a New Year's resolution. I am not going to ever overeat again. We all know how much that works. Like, never. I don't know how many times I told myself that when I really struggled in this addictive process, probably for a decade. You're starting a new diet. You're going to control yourself. You're going to hammer down, right? Hack down on this whole thing. That is not what I'm talking about here. So it's hard to describe with words entirely. It's a sense of being your own companion because no one else can walk around with you. So as you all know, one of my favorite teachers is a woman, Byron Katie, and she has a wonderful thing that she says in the book A Thousand Names for Joy. So here she says, wherever you stand, you're in the center of the universe. There's neither big nor small. Galaxies and electrons exist only in your own perception. Everything revolves around you. Everything goes out from you and returns to you. This may seem like selfishness, but it's the opposite of selfishness. It's total generosity. It's love for everyone and everything you meet because you've been enlightened to yourself. There's nothing kinder than knowing you're it. So if you feel some fear about, like, this is it, I'm on my own, begin to explore and inquire into those thoughts, into those fears. They may not be true.